I want to congratulate you on your 200th anniversary, and I want to help you understand the significance of your history. Between 1820 and 1850, the Methodist movement started a church a day. Over 30 years, started a church a day. You were one of those churches. And there was a time, by 1850, that 35% of all Americans were Methodists. So if you're a part of the Raymond Methodist Church, you have a goodly heritage. And the Methodist movement left its fingerprints all over the movement of America from east to west. You know, in the Northeast, it was mainly congregational churches, and in the eastern part of the country, it was mainly Presbyterian churches. But the Methodists were a hardy group of people. And we moved across the country with every wagon train, with every pioneer that came. In fact, I was the pastor at Reynoldsburg Methodist Church for 18 years before I stepped away a couple of years ago this June. And that church started 192 years ago as a class meeting in a blacksmith shop along the National Highway, along Blacklick Creek in Reynoldsburg. And 192 years and 8 buildings later, it is what it is. And you're a part of that heritage. We share that together. Now, since you're celebrating your 200th year, and because this is a Methodist church, and you're kicking off your 200th year with celebrating a revival, I felt it would be fitting to just kind of set this in some Methodist tones. Now, I know not everybody in the room is a Methodist, but why would you not be? You know, you can go to heaven without being a Methodist, but why would you risk it? And I just want to kind of give you a little bit of history here. In 1786, shortly before he died, the founder of the Methodist movement named John Wesley looked back on the Methodist revival. And he knew that it was strong enough, in a strong enough position that it would not immediately disappear after his death. But he wasn't content with mere survival of a lifeless sect that hung around but failed to fulfill its mission. And in that moment, he wrote these prophetic words. This is what Wesley wrote. He said, "I'm not afraid that the people called Methodists should ever cease to exist, either in Europe or in America. But I am afraid lest they should only exist as a dead sect, having the form of religion but without the power. And this undoubtedly will be the case unless they hold fast both to the doctrine, spirit, and discipline with which they first set out." Friends, I just want to remind you that what we believe matters. And the heritage of our movement is very important.